information would benefit them the most. But I guess since we're in the spirit of doing the things, do you guys have any stream-related questions? Noobs are streaming. Oh, it does seem that way, yes. I see that now. I see that now. Well, I guess we will talk about this. I still don't really know how I'm going to show this, right? Because... Can't I... Nope, don't touch things. Oh, shit. I've touched things. We could do this, right? Yeah. So I can show you these sorts of things and explain why nested scenes are very important. This is my entire stream. Consists of 3 master scenes. What's up, a real one? Welcome in, welcome in. These 3 master scenes are in all of the, well, technically there's 4, because Stickers is also a master scene, but if I choose to have, like, all of my stickers, you won't be able to see this here. Shit. I don't have a display capture there. I know what we will do. We will take this. It's actually a much better solution, I think, yes. Real one, welcome in. How'd you find us? Are you a new streamer? What are you doing? We are explaining the importance of using nested scenes inside of your OBS. Hello, Happy, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in.
Thanks for the follow.
So essentially, if you are... Is my thing broken? Is it broken? What is that? That's what we're going to explain. If you see in here my scenes, this is my main scene, and I have these like kind of tabbed categories of scenes. These are actually other scenes as a source. If you, for instance, use this for your audio master here, and inside of my audio master, we have this as all of my sources, right? So like I have my microphone, I have chats, I have my music, and I have desktop audio. Those are the only things that really matter. The benefit of using nested scenes is so that in my main scene, I only have one audio source. If that makes sense. So I don't have to rebuild my microphone or any of my different music layers or the nesting filter upon the music layer. I can just add that scene as a source. And this becomes really powerful because you can do quite a bit of things. I'm here, Teach. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. See, I knew I should have just waited before I started explaining things. Maybe we'll wait 5 more minutes and I'll just answer questions, I guess. This is to enhance your stream for viewers. Yes. Well, no, sort of. It's so that you can build things much easier. If I come over here into my Capture Master, you guys should be able to see this, essentially. I'll just grab these screenshots, actually. Capture. And we have stickers. Stickers are actually quite cool. I don't know if you can see that sticker, yes? You can. Wonderful. So inside of here, if I open on, like, say I open this, right? I have this as part of a I have this as part of a sticker, right? That goes on my stream. You can see it up here in the top right, so it's not just a black screen. Busy's intro is something else entirely. Or I have this or this, right? But I can turn these things off. It's not just a black screen. That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard, you see. But all of those stickers exist inside of the sticker master nested scene here, right? So I can just add this to any scene. And I'll always have the stickers that are enabled in that scene. The same for my capture master, my audio master, which you can see in here. All of my audio is here, right? So like instead of having each of these individually as scenes, I have just one scene with all of those sources that I then add as a source, so that you can hear me throughout all of my scenes if I so choose. What's up, Zebra? And if I come over to the display capture, I'll show you. You can see this, right? Yes. So if I turn on Busy's intro, it plays this intro right from inside of the capture master scene, right?
Right.
And the reason that this works, right? You don't see Busy's intro in here because it exists in the capture master. This triggers from StreamerBot and from other things that you can build. It makes it easier to organize so that you can like trigger things from one scene across all scenes. Or you can do other cool things, like if I come into my capture master, I could take this display capture, right? And it's displaying my thing here, right? Yes. I could duplicate this. Copy. Where the fuck is copy? Copy. And then we paste another one, right? And then I could make this one slightly smaller. Okay? And then we could come over here, and we could add a filter. Like a blur or something. I don't really actually know how to blur. It should be in filters. Maybe that's a plugin. That's not it. Either way, this part doesn't matter much, but I could add a blur. I don't know how to do that right now, but this is just one example. And then I could blur this background, display capture, and then still only add that into the main display, so that I would have two display captures, essentially, with one blurred. We'll turn this off. We'll actually remove this, because I don't like things breaking. You have to, hold on. You have to be careful, though. You can't do this with certain things, like with chat overlays. You have to put the chat directly as a source. You can. You can't see it. I'll screenshot the things that you cannot see. Just give me a second to do that. So I have a browser master source that I use for SE alerts and for like Tangia and stuff. If I wanted to use this for like a chat plugin to have the chat displayed on screen in some fancy way, I could set that up as a chat master and then just add the chat master into whatever scene I want that source to be in. We want all of our alerts to play across all scenes, so we have this browser master and the scenes that matter. What's up, Bolus? Welcome in, welcome in. And also doing things inside of the capture master, like this busy intro. I've actually figured out better ways to do this. So like, I don't need to have this trigger from inside of OBS. This is actually redundant technology that we don't need anymore. But because of how my intros are set up in StreamerBot, if we come into like actions or whatever, right? And then we find like intros. This was the old way, and this is the new way, right? So we can just actually save that file in our own file system, like in Windows essentially, and then play it on stream without ever having that inside of OBS. OBS is already pretty resource intensive, so one of the other benefits of having this is that you won't be as resource intensive because I only have my main scene, my away scene, and the rest are just nests for other things. So I really only have 2 scenes inside of OBS to do all the things that I do. And I understand that, you know, like you might have like a camera, which I also have a camera. It's just turned off right now. But you can have this camera grouped. So I have a video capture device, which actually replaces the tyrant face here. And then I have this, all of these layers are just my camera. This is inside of a nested scene. So I have a grouped folder. I can finally hear. Is it broken? So I have a grouped folder inside of my nested scene, inside of Capture Master. That group, if I leave it on, will still show up in my main scene. Or, I don't really have any advanced things right now. Also, so like I have avatars inside of my Capture Master, but we don't want avatars on every scene, necessarily. We have them on away and stuff. But I've used this as its own separate source. This is our base. This is what we build off of that has all the things that we want to control individually, and this could just be an individual source that is only specific to that scene. Like, I don't think I have this image in my stickers. I do not. That is only on the main scene. Because it's purple and pink, it doesn't actually go over here to this little pot here. Other things that you can do inside of a nested scene is, like, you can toggle things off on or on, and if you have, like, a stream deck or any peripheral that allows you to do those things, you could set up a button that, you know, instead of doxing yourself, you could just host, like, a sticker that blurs your view, or a big giant logo so that you don't accidentally leak your address or your toe picture repository. And once you have these things built, it's very easy to just make a new scene. So like if I come in here and I go to scene 2, you guys can't see anything now, right? You'll still be able to hear me, but I can just come in here and I can add the Capture Master, and now everything is working, right? If I come in here and I add a scene, I can add my Audio Master, and now we have all the audio. I've just built this scene in 2 clicks. Toe pics are not scary. We sell artisanal toe pictures from the Great Valley Mountains of Caucasus. Those are the mountains that divide Europe and Asia. All I see is a black screen. You are a liar. I am also watching the stream. And then if I come back over here and I say I don't want a camera in my scene 2 or whatever, I can just go turn that source off in the Capture Master, and you can set up things to do this automatically, or, you know, shit like that. If I had cooler things built out in OBS, which I used to have a lot of them, like maybe I can load... Will this work? No, it won't, because I've had to restart things. That's for fucking leaving me to die last. You're still hurt by this, yes? Have you never played a video game with me? We do it for the Vine, Highway. We do it for the content, the love of the game. But essentially, this just allows you to be organized, both in third-party tools, inside of your OBS, and it allows you to create things way faster than what you currently do. I've you twice, revived you. Oh my god, you had to hold E 2 times. All praise be to Highway, for he deserves the most highest of praises because he revived me twice.